It's Roy Lotus on KROQ. Let's find out what's going on in the world. Then we kick off a brand new hour of the show. Today we will get you into the No Values Festival happening in Pomona. Sublime will be there, fresh off of their appearance with us yesterday. Thanks, guys, for coming to hang out. They brought more presents, more gifts than anyone. In fact, the next few times we do a band on your shirt, you will actually have a chance to win a Sublime shirt because they left so much merch behind.
Good
that
merch,
we will
too.
Hook
Nice
you
stuff.
up. Allie's really mad at Nicole Alvarez. I don't want to start a whole fight on the radio, but boy, she is heated at Nicole Alvarez.
Well, I'm a lesbian, and there's a bomber jacket, a maroon one, in there. It's the best thing in there. It's the most lesbian-friendly thing in the box. And I was like, you know what? I don't really wear like band T-shirts that much, but I want that jacket. And then as soon as we leave the studio after the show, we're talking to Sublime, they leave, get back to the box. They go, Nicole took the jacket.
Yep, and Allie was angry.
And then I went in to see Nicole, and she was like, look at the jacket I got. And I was like, oh, my God, so cute.
She's so mad. It's very funny. Well, anyway, we'll have to let the two of you battle out maybe at the end of the show today. Girl fight over the airwaves.
I don't want to girl fight with Nicole. She wins.
She wins no matter what. Well, she's tired, though. She was at Pearl Jam last 2 nights.
That's right.
Let's get to your news right now.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. News you need. Maybe.
It's never fun when your car narcs you out, and it happens more and more these days. New cars will alert you if your seatbelt isn't buckled, if your eyes aren't on the road, if you're changing lanes without a blinker. And now another one that might happen is your car will beep at you when you go over the speed limit. There's a new bill, and if it's passed, it would require all new cars manufactured in California to have what's called a quote, passive speed governor, meaning that it will monitor your speed and beep at you when you go more than 10 miles over the speed limit.
So annoying.
And they say you can override it, but like, you know, in our car, it beeps for all kinds of stuff. It'll be like, you need to take a break. And I'm like, what do you mean? I've been in my car for like 20 minutes.
Your car will tell you when you need to take a break?
Yeah, because it has some kind of sensor in on the steering wheel that if I'm like gripping and stressed and white knuckling it, they think that I'm like too agitated or tired to be driving.
They're probably right.
And it'll tell me to take a break and stop. Or it'll be like, you've been in the car for 2 hours. Maybe you should pull over.
Come on.
Yeah. And it'll do the lane change thing. And it'll even notify me that the car ahead of you has moved. So you need to move. And I'm like, dude, I know there's a way to override it, but I don't know how to do it, and I don't care. I just get annoyed by it, and I just continue to be annoyed by it.
I shouldn't admit this because it's not a safe way to drive, but every once in a while I just won't touch the wheel, and I'll have my knees kind of do the driving for me.
And it's like, get your hands on the wheel.
And it went so long one time that it actually it said like it was calling the emergency response team because
Really?
I hadn't touched the wheel in I don't know over 2 minutes or something.
Whoa!
So they assumed
it thinks that you had like a heart attack.
So
or something.
you know who the real hero is, Allie? My car, because my car did more than you ever did.
If I had seen you, I would have assessed that situation, make sure that you were doing it safe.
You're the assessor.
All right, when you see that there's a dog on your flight, do you think it's fun? Do you think it's annoying?
Love dogs.
I know a lot of people love dogs, and they are all over the airport these days. They have emotional, support animals that come to the airports to make people feel better.
What's your story, Jake? That your dog is there because you have what? Is it because of your
ulcerative colitis?
But that's why you have the dog?
No, I have a dog because she's cute.
No, I understand, but when you go on the airplane or when you try to walk into places and they say you can't have a dog in here, what is the reason that you have that dog?
Diplomatic immunity. No, it's ulcerative colitis.
Listen, this is why I hate dogs on plane is because they're attached to owners like Jake.
Yes,
it's really just like dude,
really,
the owners are the problem.
And
Jake
the owners
is the problem.
feel entitled to have their dog everywhere, just like Jake.
Yes.
Even though I know Jake technically has a poop problem, I don't think the dog really
it's a disability.
Yeah, but the dog doesn't really help you with it. But I've
does.
seen you
what's
talk
the plan?
to
Jake,
hosts in a restaurant and be like, "Oh, the dog alerts me as to when I'm having a flare up," and I'm like, "That's not possible."
But
It is.
What is the real reason? Like, if you run out of toilet paper, you use your dog or something? Like what?
It's if I dump out, I blame it on her.
Oh, okay, to have an excuse. Because
That's not me. That's the dog.
Because a lot of places now have gotten even more specific with their signs, where they'll say things like, "If you need a dog because you're blind,
You can't read this.
then you can't read the sign." And in which case, don't come in here. No, it says if you need like a dog because you have mobility issues, that's okay. If you need a, quote, therapy dog or a support dog like Jake's claiming, no, sorry, you're out of luck.
And my wife is a therapist, and she will get requests and appointments from people that she doesn't know going, hey, I just need a one-time session with you. So
to get
you
a
can,
note.
Yeah, so you can give
That's
me a
good
note.
business right there. I know people that make
she was
good
like, I
money.
should just do this.
She should. That full-time job, just writing those notes.
So obviously dogs are not going away anytime soon, and Bark Air is a new airline that puts dogs before their human companions, and it is taking its first flight today. It operates as a public charter service, and it costs $6,000 for one dog and one human to fly from New York to Los Angeles.
What? $6,000 for a one-way flight?
Yeah. They said that human air travel started with very high prices until demand was proven. That was happening with regular flights. So now they're doing the same thing with Bark Air. It's a dog airline, and it's all about the comfort of the dog and not the person. And I guess, like, if you're rich and you're moving, or, you know, you're like, okay, I just want my dog to be comfortable, or my dog's high maintenance or whatever, it gets anxious and doesn't like to fly, maybe I'll take Bark Air so that I can make sure the dog is going to be comfortable and the priority is the dog rather than the human. And, you know, on a regular airline, if it's a bigger dog, they want it to be put underneath the plane or, you know.
Most regular airplanes are like kennels on the inside anyway. Like, I'd rather take a dog airline than a Spirit flight any day.
Totally.
Probably smells way better.
All right, and then obviously graduations are happening, and there has been a new record set locally for the youngest person to graduate college. Irvine Valley College has an 11-year-old graduate. Her name is Athena Elling, and she graduates this week. She's the youngest person to do it, and she breaks the record of her own brother because she's 6 months younger than he was when he graduated college. At a very young age. And I'm like, what are these parents doing that they have two kids that graduated college at 11 years old?
Smart. This is what one of the kids sounds like. I mean, they already speak like they're smarter than we are.
Well, I'm like,
Yeah, and that's one of the kids right there.
See, those are things I pass on to my child.
Smart.
Klein, Alley Show.
The world famous KROQ. KROQ.
Get to your news in just a moment, then we'll get you some tickets to go to No Values. The freeway feud is on. If you're on a freeway, perhaps sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic right now because you're stuck in already pre-Memorial Day weekend traffic, you have a chance to not only represent the freeway you're on, but win yourself some tickets to the No Values Tour, which I will be at. Omar's going to be there, and people are excited.
Yo, sweet this is for Klein and Omar. If you fools are going to go to the No Values Festival in Pomona in a few weeks, I will meet you there, and I will ask the two of you to sign the inside of my vest. That would be so badass. Omar, I know you'll be there. Klein, you better be there. I got to roast you for something while we're there.
All right, now I don't need to be roasted. We hopefully we'll get out there. It'll be a good chance to go to Pomona and not only see all the bands, but hang out with all of you as well. And we got those tickets coming up in just a few moments. Right now, though, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. All news, no snooze.
What is the best album of all time?
Tool.
No. Well, I mean, if you're a Tool fan, that's probably true. The answer highly depends on who you ask. But if you ask Apple Music, the number one best album ever made is Lauryn Hill's The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Oh.
And a lot of people are kind of coming
It's a good record.
It's good. I don't think it's the best album ever made. I mean, I remember when that album came out, and I listened to it probably 1,000 times. I love that album, but I don't think that it's the best album ever made. Number 2 was Michael Jackson's Thriller. Number 3 was the Beatles' Abbey Road, and number 4.
I have number 4 right here.
From the people who brought you Now That's What I Call Music comes a new collection that you can't pass up.
Yes.
For the first time ever, it's the greatest collection of the longest questions ever asked. Now That's What I Call Questions Volume 1 is 6.5 hours of long questions, all asked by the great Allie Johnson.
I mean, that's
right.
got to be on the list, right?
It's spoken word. It doesn't count.
Now, that's what I call Long Questions Volume 1 is the greatest album ever. I'm convinced of it.
We have to
too
write
long.
to Apple Music. Purple Rain
Great album.
that was number 4. And then number 5 was Frank Ocean's Blonde album. I don't know much about Frank Ocean, but the only alternative band that made it in the top 10 was Nirvana, who came in at number 9 with their Nevermind album, which definitely I agree is one of the best albums ever. But I feel like Tragic Kingdom, no doubt, one of the best albums ever. Weezer's Blue album, one of the best albums
yeah.
ever.
Playing
And
that in its
I'm
entirety.
not seeing any of those, which I'm kind of shocked.
No 9 Inch Nails on there at all?
I didn't look through the whole 100
Okay.
yet,
Radiohead,
so I'm not
OK
sure.
Computer.
That's a really
Where's
good
that?
one, too.
Where is the? Where's that one that you can sync up to Wizard of Oz? Pink Floyd, The Wall. Huh?
yeah.
How about that? How about
Any Toad the Wet Sprocket?
No, I'm not seeing that one
Walk on the
either.
ocean.
How about this one?
Ooh-ha. Ooh-ha.
Huh?
Ooh-ha.
That's all of the great collections of Vanessa's hoo-ha songs. I mean, Allie, these were-
Postmaster was all up in arms about the list.
oh, he's not happy about
Yeah,
it.
what is your
Yeah.
number one? What do you think should have been number one,
First of all,
Johnny?
this list is so foo-foo. There's no Coldplay. There's no Queen. No Whitney
I
Houston.
would have thought Coldplay would have been
Not
on
even
the list.
Taylor Swift, bro. Taylor Swift.
She
literally,
was on the list, just not in the top 10.
Yeah, but she
1989
should
was
have been
on
at
there.
least in the top 10 because, like, she's the reason for the vinyl record resurgence of
Yeah,
the last 15
that's
years,
true.
bro. That speaks volumes, whether you like her or not.
But how about this?
I got that head notch. When I step up in the place, say, yo, I step correct. That's real.
Ooh-ha.
All in check. I got that head notch. That make you break your neck.
Ooh-ha.
All the
changed my
hoo-ha.
life.
It changed my
When I heard that, yeah.
Rage Against the Machine is on the list at 97.
Yeah.
Lord's Pure Heroin. There's an Usher album on here. I mean, I could go on. You kind of have to flip through on your own. But I feel like if we put together our own list just for alternative,
Alternative, this one, Allie.
It wasn't easy,
Right? Come on.
but nothing it.
Why would this not be on there? Blur?
ooh-ha.
I mean, so many got
And
snubbed.
for country music, I can't believe this didn't
all
make
right,
it.
all right. We're doing
Test cup. I fill you up. Let's have a drug test. Let's have a drug test.
Thank you. It's great.
It was beautiful. All right, think of how many millions of dollars have been lost down a slot machine. It is a lot, but then every once in a while, somebody gets a win, and it makes you think, "Hey, that could be me."
The story.
Just another $5.
Story's crazy,
Yeah.
by the way.
So this is absolutely crazy. This woman won $1.27 million on a slot machine. It was a Wheel of Fortune slot machine, which those are the most expensive slot machines if you really go to those high roller ones, which my
Oh, yeah.
mom does.
Yep.
She actually put in $500 to a Wheel of Fortune slot machine last weekend in Vegas, and it hit, and she won $5,000.
Oh.
But
Wait,
it
wait,
doesn't
wait, wait.
happen very often.
She put in $500 and she bet $500 on one pull?
No, not on one pull.
Oh.
I think it's $20 a pull,
Got it.
20 a
Okay,
pull.
okay,
which is
okay.
still a lot.
Man.
It's a lot. That's crazy.
That's a set. It takes less than a second.
I know. I think it's only half a cigarette. But this woman won $1.27 million on the Wheel of Fortune slot machine. And if you've ever played, you can spin the wheel and get some money if you get a spin, but you can also hit the jackpot. And she got those flashing lights, jackpot, all over the machine saying you won. And this was at a Bally's casino in Jersey, by the way. And then, so she's celebrating. And then the Bally's employees walk over and they're like, "Oh, actually, you didn't win. This is just a machine malfunction." And she was like, "What are you talking about?" And there was something like on the home button that like got wonky, and they're insisting that this was just a mistake with the machine. And then more employees started coming over, and then people started recording it, and then they were like telling the people to stop recording it. They went back the next day. They said, "No, I'm sorry, you're not a winner," and now they're suing.
Good. She should
They should
sue.
sue.
Totally. She should get all that
Absolutely.
money.
If you get those flashing lights, I don't care. You
Right.
win.
Exactly. Remember
Dude,
this?
it's up to the casino to make sure those machines are working properly.
Totally.
It's not up to the person using it.
It's
Actually, more rare to win like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the rarest way to win. To win on it because of a glitch that all of a sudden you won. I mean, remember this guy?
Johnny Jackpot! Let's go! Let's go! Got it! Woo!
Imagine if they went up to that guy and go, "Bye." Oh, sorry, sir. That was a great celebration.
Dude, he would have punched them in their effing faces and
There's
broke
just
their
a
noses.
slight glitch in the machine. You actually
What?
You just won. That's only $4.
The world famous KROQ.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
All right, let's get a check of what's going on in the world with your ADD news. Then we immediately get you into Six Flags Magic Mountain, most coasters on the planet. Soak up all the sun at Six Flags Hurricane Harbor. You get tickets to both parks in about 5 minutes right here on KROQ. But first, the world, what's happening?
Grab your Adderall. It's time for... wait. Where's my Adderall? Hey! Get back here! No!
I bet Klein's feeling a little bad that he disses Train on a regular basis because Train fans are in mourning today.
You mushed Train. I dissed him, but you mushed him. Because
I don't even remember doing that.
Multiple people have claimed that out of the blue last week or 2 weeks ago, Allie started singing Hey Soul Sister or Drops of Jupiter or one of those dumb songs.
It's not, they're great songs.
Whatever it was, for no reason at all, we were talking about something and you started singing it. We got to find the audio. If you listen to the podcast, you can tip us off to where that is. We'd greatly appreciate it. And now all of a sudden, boom, Train's dead.
Okay. Well, it's not Train, all of Train that's dead. Charlie Collin, who was one of the founding members, and he was the bass player of Train, he has died at the age of 58. And the story for now of how he died is that he died after falling in the shower while house-sitting for a friend in Brussels, which I really wish that I had friends I could house-sit for in Brussels.
This whole thing sounds like I don't know what happened, but the guy had
Apparently this guy was a very worldly guy, a very nice guy, and yes, he left Train in 2003.
Drug problems.
No, there were no rumors about drug problems.
Oh, yeah. There were rumors about drug problems.
We're starting him right now.
I just started it. No, I believe that's why he bounced out of the band. I think he was dealing with sobriety stuff.
Well, that's 21 years ago.
Okay, fine. I'm not, so maybe he got through
Apparently, he made a very successful career for himself just doing various projects. He played with Slipknot and Puddle of Mud, and he was in Belgium teaching a master class at a conservatory and shooting a film. And then he fell in the shower, and his friends that he was house-sitting for discovered him when they came back from their trip. So I don't know how long he was in there for, but it was a while.
What's the worst part about that?
Terrifying.
Coming home to that is the water bill, probably. I mean, because think about that. I was probably running for days.
Probably.
And then also you got the...
Dude, I'm so freaked out about falling in the shower and breaking my neck.
I didn't realize that that's such a phobia people have. You're the third person that since this story kind of came out was like, oh my God, that's my biggest fear. And it's like, what, that you're just going to slip and break your neck and be done?
Because a lot of those like fancy stone ones, they're super slippery.
Is that why you shower on them once a week?
Because I want to reduce the risk.
That's why Allie is so infrequent.
Well, especially the ones that have steps and stuff. I mean, if you fall and then you hit your head on that stair.
Why don't you wear aqua socks in there like a cool person would?
You know what I think they should do is make all showers padded. I think they should make them like padded and grippy.
Do you realize how sad you are? Like I know what you're saying, but like that's what you would do for like a toddler. Like you want to baby-proof your own shower for you as an adult?
I think everyone should have it just to reduce the risk. I'm just saying
that 1 in a million thing.
If you have those little grippy mats, then you're fine.
They sell those stickers you can put at the bottom of your tub if they're meant for children, obviously. But if you want them for you, you should put them down.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's stupid.
Look, if you are all sudsy and you're
laughing?
washing yourself properly, there's a lot of soap, and if you step in one direction or you turn one way, boom, you could fall and hit your head. And I've had like little moments where you're like, ah! And then you regain your footing and you're like, oh my God.
Here's audio of Allie taking a shower.
That is, get her a padded shower immediately. Clearly.
All right, there are a million Disney movies, but rarely is there ever a movie about Disneyland. And Disney just announced that a movie about Club 33 is in the works. Club 33 is the very exclusive restaurant at Disneyland. There are other locations too at various Disney resorts where you have to be invited to join, and even then it is what the rumor is $60,000 to $70,000 for initiation and $20,000 annually to be a part of this club so that you can go to Club 33. But the film is going to be more of like a murder mystery. It's the story of an aspiring detective who receives a mysterious invite to Club 33, and then the club's magical and exclusive, and then there's a murder committed, and and all the patrons at the restaurant have to figure out who solved the case, who did it.
You know where Club 33 is here at Disneyland? Have you seen it?
Carthy Circle, I think.
Wrong.
Is it right next to like Pirates?
Wrong.
You're looking at me because you're making all this up.
No, it's somewhere. It's right near. You can get into it from that hotel there that's on the property, California Adventure. You can sneak into it through there.
No. Isn't it by like New Orleans Square?
Yeah, New Orleans Square.
Yeah, and you can see that little thing. It says Club 33 right there.
That's a decoy for idiots like you.
You don't know that.
I'm
You're
telling
just
you.
making this
all
up.
All right. People that know.
You think it's in California Adventure?
There's no, not in California.
Are you thinking of the lobby?
No, no. The hotel that's right there next to California Adventure.
Yeah.
With the Grand Californian.
Yeah.
There's an entrance to 33 from there.
Well, I'm sure there's multiple entrances.
Just saying. I saw a guy.
This is what I think about Klein's theory.
Also right.
We have not been invited to join.
Also right.
Have you ever been there?
All the showers are padded there. It's amazing. You would love
Have
it.
you ever been to Club 33? Have
No.
you ever eaten there?
I can't talk about it.
All right, Ozempic is now a $30 billion industry, and whenever there is a $30 billion industry, there are many people trying to get a piece of that $30 billion, and Nestle has announced that they're releasing a food line of a bunch of products that are catered towards Ozempic and people who have Ozempic appetites. 12 products.
Play one of those Ozempic people, Omar. I know the sound of what they said.
Ozempic is my favorite. He make me slim and limb.
There she is. It's the Ozempic.
Frozen protein pasta, sandwich melts, pizzas, all of them have higher amounts of protein and essential nutrients.
Great.
But then they're also small, tiny portions that are aligned to the appetite that people have on Ozempic. So they are jam-packed with nutrients because they know people are malnutrited when they're on Ozempic, and they're tiny kid portions, like the kids menu.
Yeah, I love the kids menu.
I know, I do too.
Kids menu is great. It's where it's at.
Kids menu at Chipotle is best kids
Every
menu.
once in a while, one out of every 20, you get a server that shuts it down. They're like, "Excuse me, sir, you have facial hair. You can't order off that menu." And you're like, "Yeah, but look at it. It's so perfect." We get into a brand new hour of the show right now. The first thing we do is get you into Six Flags. Let's make that happen.
Coming to buy me at AM show. Have a good day. I know you will.
Well, chicken Brian.
Very handsome. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
All right, here we go. Caller 20 looking for you now at KROQ. We'll do this every hour starting now, straight up through 6 p.m. Couple of parks. Enjoy your wet fun and your dry fun. Six Flags, Magic Mountain. Most coasters on the planet soak up the sun and fun at Six Flags Hurricane Harbor. You get into both parks. All you got to do is be caller 20 now. 800-520-1067. This hour, oh boy, we got some good stuff to get to. Meet the Neighbors, a new round of that. There's a mystery happening in a neighborhood somewhere in Southern California that we'll get to the bottom of. Also, I hope we have time for it. Let's Be Honest, where Allie will answer any hard-hitting questions you have about her lesbian lifestyle.
Or softball questions.
Or anything about softball stats. And if you have the best question, we will invite you to join us at a WNBA game, which you may say, well, I don't get it. Who would really get excited about that?
A lot of people are excited about
And
that.
the
They're
answer
nearly
is-
selling out crypto.
Caitlin Clark is coming to L.A. She'll be here tomorrow night for a game against the Sparks. Yes, she's not off to a great start.
Yeah, but they had to still move venues for this game because there was so much demand.
So we will get you in there. She is a phenom. The finest, I'm going to say not only the finest female college basketball player that ever was, but perhaps the finest college basketball player that ever was.
She's broken a bunch of college
Based
basketball
on records and
yeah.
stats and range. And sure, could I beat her playing one-on-one? Probably.
No, you could not.
But still.
She's definitely at least a foot taller than you are.
Yeah, but that's not saying much for either of us, right?
No.
So we'll get you into that game. If you'd like to join us, all you got to do is get your questions ready for Let's Be Honest that's coming up later this hour as well. Right now, though, let's go ahead and make someone a winner, Allie. Is this... Hold on. Tom?
Hi, this is Chelsea.
All right, we'll go with that. Chelsea, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Doing great. You're caller 20.
Hell yeah, I love that. Woo!
You're going to go enjoy some Six Flags in Hurricane Harbor, and all you had to do was call us up and stomach this show for a little bit. We greatly appreciate you.
Sweet. Thank you guys so much. I love your show.
Oh, thank you for
Aw,
saying
that's
that.
nice.
They always say that after they win, Allie.
It's like the I love you after sex.
No, you just say it because you don't know what else to do, and you feel uncomfortable.
Oh, I love you.
Congratulations. Thanks for watching some of our radio show. We've got to get these cameras back to Best Buy before the 30 days runs out. So in the meantime, you can check out our radio show, which is available to listen to every day live on KROQ or the podcast.
Yes, if you download and subscribe to the podcast, you can save a morning show in need.
That's us.
We're very much in need. We're thirsty. Thirst trap.